I'm here, I'm alive, I'm surviving. Hi guys, so I thought I'd come in and do a little bit of an update. I kind of left you hanging there, and well, it's been a rough couple of months. I can tell you that. It's still a rough couple of months. It's gonna continue being a little bit rough, but I really wanted to just give you an update on what's going on. There are so many things going on in the world right now, so I really felt it would be great to kind of update you so I don't think I just fallen off the world. So yeah, let's start with what I talked about last time. I have scheduled surgery for removing my uterus. However, we'll see what will happen with that. It is mid to late April, but right now it's so unreliable what if that actually will happen. I think it's still under electable surgery, and many places are actually stopping having electable surgeries and only go for the kind of emergency ones, just because of the chance if you go into an hospital environment you might actually catch the COVID virus. So yeah, that's one thing, but we'll see. When I met with the surgeon who's gonna do the surgery, and he actually confirmed that both my ovaries have now shrunken down and become teeny tiny, which means that I no longer have any egg production in any of them. So I don't have to feel that this surgery is removing like that chance in a million. My biology has already done that, so yeah, that's how it is. But yeah, next thing, the big thing is COVID. Huge thing. Well, it is here in Stockholm. Stockholm is one of the kind of central places that it has been, so I'm just trying to keep safe. I'm very blessed to work with a company that feel that they can take us remote. I work with broadcasting, or development for like the backside apps stuff for broadcasting, which means that they still are going strong. They did need to do some reductions, but lucky enough my contract is actually written into December, so I have a job until December, so I don't have to worry about that. Secondly, they have put all of their workers on remote, so very few people are in the office. I am working from home, which works perfectly for me. I really enjoy it. I have a really good team and we work together really good. We do mob development together, so basically we work towards one screen that is shared, and then we kind of talk through the code together and develop together. In our case, our team is very close and we work very good, so we're actually very productive this way. It hasn't been huge differences in how we work because we already did semi-remote. My two colleagues have children and I have a tendency to get sick, to like I don't want to go into the office because I have a running cold and going into the office will make it worse, but I can work from home. So we have always had like one of us to kind of work remote, so we're kind of used to that kind of job. Both me and Christopher are working from home, but both us, we have these noise cancelling headphones with built-in mics, so even though we both are sitting in constant like online calls, we are actually not really disturbing each other. I have closed his door right now. I still have only work 5 hours a day, so when I finish, he gets to be alone in the office. I close the door now so that you wouldn't hear him, but otherwise the door is usually just open. And after my work day, I sit on the sofa, I stitch, play Animal Crossing, which came out now in March, so I'm really happy about that, or something. I also have knitted new wrist warmers, a whole bunch of them, when I have meetings. I don't do it when I'm in the office anymore. I don't knit in the office. When I have meeting in the office, I usually doodle on papers, stuff like that. But when I have meetings online now, and 99% of the time when those meetings are, it's just listening. I actually sit and knit at the same time. So I made 2 pairs. These are my second pair, striped yarn. It didn't look the way I thought it would look. I thought it would have much wider stripes, so it's been lying in a box for a pretty long time, but I thought, why not make wrist warmers from it? So yeah, that is what I kind of do when I don't work. I've hardly crafted anything except for some cross stitching and knitting. I'm kind of in a funky mood, and I've been in a funky mood. First, it had to do with the surgery, and I actually went into pretty bad depression. When I finally, the meeting with the surgeon actually helped me to kind of pull through, but it's still a very stressful moment in life to try and figure that out. On top of that, I was working half-time, and even though I'm really lucky to have a really good job that actually pays enough, it's still on the limit of what my budget can handle if I'm going to be able to do anything outside of just paying bills. And for me, my mental health needs me to be able to do that. So it was a little bit stressful. It's much better now. I can work 5 hours a day. I actually earn enough money to even buy a little craft supply here and there, pick up some threads from a cross stitch, stuff like that, which feels really good. So yeah, that's a thing. That reduces the stress, but then COVID came along and kind of heightened the stress a little bit, because not only am I in the risk zone of Stockholm, I live just between 2 of the main hospitals where they are treating the COVID. Of course, it's a couple miles in each direction, but still I'm really much in the middle, smack dab in the middle of it, and many of the buses and trains and stuff that goes to the hospitals actually pass outside here. But also I am in the risk zone, having asthma, both cold asthma and allergy asthma, and now the allergies are coming, and then on top of that I have leukopenia kind of in the base of my lupus, and I do eat cortisones. So all of those things together kind of put me, if I get it, there's a higher risk that I will get a better version. And yeah, I was a bad girl when I was younger, and I smoked for about 10 years, off and on for 10 years. I think if you look at it time-wise, it was like 6 years or something like that in total of them 10 years, with like breaks in between. But I did smoke, and that kind of hurts your lungs. However, I have been off. I haven't been smoking for 8 years now, and they say the lungs go back to normal at 7 years, but you never know. You never know. So yeah, a bit worried. It stresses me out a little bit. However, I have learned that by speaking my fears and talking with Christopher, it kind of calms them down, because when you put them out there out loud, many times you can kind of listen to them like, I don't need to be this scared. I don't need to, it's not that bad. But yeah, so I've been sitting and watching a lot of news lately, keeping myself up to date. I'm not watching news to be for people to scare me about it. I just need to have the knowledge. I think for my case, knowledge is key. Everyone is different, but I can deal with things a lot better if I can kind of compartmentalize them by having information that I can work on and understand. So yeah, those are some of the things that are going on here. So yeah, how are you doing? How are your lives in this strange time? I know that all over the world it is terrible, and a lot of people are losing their jobs, and I just hope that you all are safe, that you all are keeping yourself safe, that you're staying at home, that you reduce the people you're around, that you wash your hands whenever you leave the apartment. The apartment, wash your hands when you come back, directly when you come back. Don't even remove your shoes, just go into the bathroom, wash your hands thoroughly, go out, hang up your clothes, put away your shoes, go wash your hands again. And then I don't know, wash it even more. While I'm inside, I don't wash my hands as much, because then it's just my and Christopher's germs. But as soon as we leave the apartment, which is very, very, very seldom, we do make sure to wash our hands. I have gloves on me when I'm outside. Try not to touch my face when I'm outside, and then I take off the gloves when I get in, and make sure to wash my hands anyhow. So yeah, we also reduced kind of people. We're not around other people, it's just me and Christopher and the kiddies, and then we go out on walks to kind of get a little bit of movement in, to feel better in our bodies, and we go shopping once a week, so we're a little bit more prepared when it comes to food shopping, and we have a little bit more like canned food and stuff. It's not a lot, it's not like we prepped for months, but it's a little bit more. If it should take us 2 weeks to get to a grocery store, we will have enough, and that is about the time you need to quarantine yourself if you get it. So that's always good to make sure that you have products for about 2 weeks, or that you have someone that can go and shop for you, put the groceries outside and leave, and then you can go and get them when they have left. Stuff like that, just to try to keep not exposing other people for it if you get sick. But yeah, I do have the sniffles and a little cough, but I know that it is a cold that I've been struggling with for 1.5 months. It's not any fevers, nothing like that. So yeah, if I'm losing my voice, it's just that cold. It has been bugging me. It is a virus, but it's not the COVID-19. It's just a normal little virus out there, so don't have to worry about me. I'm healthy and fine. I do have a migraine Botox treatment next week, and I'm a little bit worried that they're gonna say that I can't come in because I really, really need it. I've been having a little worse migraine for the past week. We have kind of moved out the times in between the migraine treatments or the Botox treatments, because I have them a little bit too close, and last time we had moved them just because I was traveling, and it worked out pretty good, so we moved it again. But I think the stress of everything has kind of made it worse. But yeah, we'll see how they'll do. Everything will be all right, you know, everything will be all right. But yeah, a little update from me here from Sweden. It's a little bit calmer here when it comes to everything than I've seen out and about in the world so far. I'm a little bit worried that or I have been worried that Swedish state hasn't really taken it seriously. However, we did have a bump in cases like yesterday, and with that bump, which I have actually found out that the death cases was that they actually registered some deaths that hadn't been registered for COVID. So it's not like it died a lot of people. It was just that a lot of people got registered as died from the COVID. But yeah, so they're taking it a little bit seriously. They had a like they talked about it on TV and everything, press conference, that's the word, which gave me a little bit more trust in the Swedish politics, everything. I've been a little bit worried because many other countries have been very well spoken about this, while whatever I have found here in Sweden has been very, very limited. All the knowledge I get is from other sources, and that has worried me a little bit. But now they have kind of shut everything down a little bit more. I think they should shut it down a little even more, but we'll see. They might not feel that there are enough cases for it, so and you really just shut it down to reduce the cases so that the hospitals doesn't get overwhelmed. So I think that's just it. All places are doing something called herd immunity. Basically, you can't eradicate the disease. I think China might have been able to do that, but they have very, very strict rules and regulations that we couldn't apply them here in Sweden. There are we have rights that kind of comes in the way, but otherwise you can't really eradicate it. You need people to actually get it and survive it and get the immunity, and the more people that get immunity, the more people you can use their antibodies into people that actually are not able to produce those antibodies. So we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna keep myself safe and hide away for maybe a couple of months. I'm just so happy and so lucky to work for the companies that I'm working for. My main company, where I actually do the physical job, where I have a contract, who I have a contract with, they're super supportive, allowing me to work from home. If I would have needed, now I have a very good office, but if I had needed anything for my office, they would have helped me with that. So I'm really, really happy about that. I'm really, really happy that I feel safe, that my contract is kept. They did have to get rid of some contract people. However, I think they were on shorter contracts. I have a pretty long contract, so I think that's one of the reasons why I got saved. And then also I'm very, very, very happy to work as a consultant at the company I do work at, who are paying, even if I would lose my contract with them, I work with would pay me for at least a couple of months during this crisis. So I'm really happy for that. I'm really, it really warms my heart to be in such a place. So yeah, it's awesome. But again, I hope that you are taking care of yourself. I hope that you and your family are okay, that you are keeping safe, and that you find a way to deal with it. May it be with crafting or walking or moving or talking to a lot of people. Hug the people you can hug. Hug your pets. Just find love where you can, find strength where you can, and just talk to each other and talk to me. I love talking to you, so yeah. I'm going to cut it off here because I am repeating myself, and I will update you on a later time with what is going on, but now you at least know I'm here, I'm alive, I'm surviving. So good night, sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite, and I'll see you later. Bye.